Democrat. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know that we wish weren't Democrats. I understand that. But the reality is this, that when we talk about, not just talk about our values, but show our values, that whether it is Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, whether it is Joe Jefferson, it does not matter, from the White House to the State House, to the county offices, to the city offices, the values and things that we stand for are for more, not less. More. It is for more rights for women. Yes. It is for more rights for our senior citizens so that they have the resources that they need, that they earn, that they deserve, that they're paying into. It's when you think about the veterans and military families. It is this president that has done more than any other combined as it relates to providing services because of the PACT Act. So when Republicans, God bless you, when Republicans talk about, bless you, when Republicans talk about that they're for God and the red, white, and blue,
no, they're not.
It is this party that has done more to provide those resources to our veterans and military families, whether it be in college funds, whether it be in health care, homelessness, all of those things are done because of the Democrats. Democrats deliver when we are in charge, and when we're not in charge, we still fight. We fight because we know that the future is on the line. We fight because not just for my 7 or 9-year-old or your 5-year-old, but for the future as it relates to what we can do. That is this president, that Democrats are the reason why you have college debt that has been forgiven or eliminated. I didn't have any leaving the Citadel because of the military. But I married a woman that did. So I thank God. And she's been working for the Department of Navy for 12 years. I'm very happy that her loans have been forgiven. Very happy. Yes. Very happy. Lord help me. But we don't need to talk about that. We can talk about the health care. If you are diabetic and you're on insulin, $35. My grandmama, 82 years old. I thank God that she has 4 kids and a whole bunch of grands. Thank God. Yeah. But I'm more happy that she now could pay less in her insulin. Yeah. That means there's more inheritance. There's more inheritance. Not for me, but for them. That was done by Democrats. Yes. When we talk about small businesses, minority-owned businesses, and access to capital and access to business, it is Democrats. Yes. That have led the way and provided the resources needed for all Americans. Joe Biden has done more as president regarding job creation, regarding equity and inclusion, regarding the issues that matter to you, your families, your communities, more than any president before him. Because of Democrats. Yeah. Not talking about our values, but showing our values, living our values. Now, we don't get it right all the time. That is why we work so hard to repair the faults of our past. Work towards that more perfect union. And this election, as we always say, is the most consequential, the most critical of our lifetime. Why? Because it is. Yeah. 2 years or 40 years from now, we're going to say the same thing. Because the future is important. And what we do now, what we do on November 5th, or what we fail to do will determine the trajectory, not just at the national level, but right here in Dorchester County, right here in the state of South Carolina. When you think about the assault that is taking place regarding women's rights, regarding the assault that's taking place around public education, regarding the assault that is taking place regarding access to capital for those small business owners and those aspiring to be business owners.
And it's just beginning.
Just beginning. We have an opportunity to write our own history and sending people to the State House that is going to work not because of a title, not because of a retirement, but because of the work that is needed for the people of the state. Yes. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, what are we going to do? If every Democrat vote, if you're not in a majority minority district, if every Democrat vote, that's good. But for the most part, that'll get you to the pearly gate. We're going to need some like-minded Republicans, some independents, those that are new to our area, to realize that we can do better and we will do better because we are going to vote for those that represent us, our values, our children, our future. That is what we want, whether it's in the General Assembly, in the Sheriff's Office, Congress, White House. That is important. By electing Michael Moore, that also means that Hakeem Jeffries will be the first African American speaker. That is possible. Another vote will make that possible. So when you go back to your place of worship, when you go back to your home, when you go back where you live, play, work, congregate, shop, talk to some of your enemies even. And you don't need to ram down their throat the Democratic Party. Just talk about what this administration, what your state senator, what your state house member, talk about what is going on right here. And then when they say, well, I'm not sure, that is your prime opportunity to talk about the advances that are being made. And with their vote, with their one vote, every vote matters. Per precinct, per household, every vote matters. Those individuals that are going to be 18 before November, guess what? They need to be registered right now.
Yeah. Woo! That's right.
Every vote counts. Do not wake up on November 6th, wishing and hoping I did one more thing. That I talked to one more person. That I knocked on one more door. That I made one more phone call. That I sent one more text. That I gave one more dollar. That I gave one more hour. That I did one more thing to get the right people elected. If we do not, then you can just look in the mirror. And then we'll be doing this all over again, living in a nightmare. Because we did not do that one more thing. So I know it's difficult. I know it's hot. This is, I call good living weather, because if it's hot like this, you know you ain't going to hell. You're going to live right. So I'm asking you that you do just that one more thing, to talk about you, your family, your community. That will be the difference maker in this election because of what you will say. Not because, what's on this? No. From the heart. Of why this matters. Of why, because of Joe Biden, the person that you know and love is now able to have their insulin capped. That donut hole is now shrinking. That now there's access to capital for that small business owner. That now the debt that has been lingering on and on has been forgiven or lessened. Now I can start a life. That is what people want to hear. Don't give them the talking points. Talk from the heart. Connect with them. And they will make the right decision when they go and vote on November 5th or before. So I thank you for what you have done, because I know as Democrats at the county level, you get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
You get a lot of money. You get a lot of money from the state party. You get a lot of money from the DNC. You get a lot of money from these folks to do what you do. So I thank you for that, because you are going above and beyond. And because of that, you will be the difference maker. I've seen it when I worked down here in 2005 and 6 as a field organizer. I know what you can do. I've seen it in my work for Congressman Clyburn right here in Dorchester County in the Low Country. I've seen it. I know what can be done when like-minded people put their differences aside and focus on the future. You leave here fired up. Leave here ready to go. Leave here rallying the vote. And go out and talk to others. those that are not here, those that have amnesia, bring it back to their remembrance, like my grandmama would say, of why you are a Democrat and why Democrats deliver time and time again, and why on November 5th you would vote for those that represent your values, your interests, for you, your family, and community. Thank you, God.